there are so many pitfalls that founders make when they look for capital. I mean, that's a whole nother talk about
Tell us about those. Like, what are some of those pitfalls?
Number two is when you go and ask, and so assuming you've done that, you have skin in the game and you've exhausted friends and family and all of that, is not knowing why you're asking someone for money. All right, so the number of founders that have pitched to us and other VC funds that say, okay, why are you raising capital? For what? And how long is your runway? What is your plan?
So we're raising capital for operations or just to spend, right? Like every business needs money, right?
So, rule of thumb, if you are raising money to finance assets, to buy machines, working capital, to buy space, to buy just assets, CapEx, don't go to a VC, don't go to angels, raise debt. Debt is the cheapest form of capital. To a lot of people it's counterintuitive, but debt is the cheapest form of capital. Why? Because there is no recourse to pay it back. Sorry, there is no loss of earnings to you as the founder by taking on debt. So it's simple, old school accounting 101, asset liability matching. If I'm raising capital for a factor of production, which is an asset, I take a liability cancels out an asset. Literally go back to high school. A equals L plus E. Asset liability equity. Liability cancels out an asset. If you're raising money to build technology, to hire a team, to spend on marketing, raise equity. Nothing wrong with that. Because VCs and angels want to pay for one thing and one thing only. What is that? Growth. Nothing else. I don't fucking care how profitable you are. I want to see you go from 100 users this month to 250 users next month. So if you're using my money for marketing, for customer acquisition, to hiring shit-hot salespeople or marketing people or tech people to make your product incredible, I'll give you money. If I'm hiring, if you want my money to build a factory or to build a warehouse or to buy a machine, no fucking way. There are other people that fund that. If you want to raise money for R&D, approach the government, approach TIA, approach the IDC, approach the NEF. There are hundreds of organizations that fund R&D, not VCs. So it's understanding what the use of your capital is. And if you're talking to a real VC fund, you can't fool us because we've seen hundreds of companies. So you can't say, hey, I need 100,000 Rand to do this. I'm like, no, it doesn't cost that much, right? So know what the funding is used for.